Hi everyone, it's Danielle Delvanian. Hi Maria. I'm just working on getting this all set up here. So I just want to say hello to everyone. If you are familiar with Periscope, I'm so excited that you're here. If this is one of your new ones, you're new, you've just signed on, that's exciting. And I love that you're here. There's a little heart thing over on the side. You can double tap if you like any of the information that I give. But I wanted to do a video to help my owl folks, hard to all, but to help you a little bit with your Origami Owl inventory. I happen to carry quite a bit of inventory, but even from my days when I didn't carry as much, I had a really hard time figuring out, hi, there's Mozart, oh my goodness. He just wants to be on camera with me. But I had a really hard time figuring out how to organize my inventory so that it was easy for me to keep track of what I had. And to make it easy to access at events. So if a customer asked me if I had something, I could really easily tell them right away if I had something. Same thing if I get messaged online. It's very, very easy to know if I'm in stock on something. So first thing I'm going to show you a little bit is just how I organize a jewelry bar, and then I'm going to show you a little bit about how or an event, but then I'm going to, hi, I'm Max and Rose, my dog, this is Mozart, many of you already know Mozart, but he had anesthesia and everything yesterday. He just had his teeth cleaned, and he didn't have to have surgery, so no extractions are necessary, so he was really groggy yesterday, and today he's like, ah! And I'm like, ah, seriously? Okay, and this one just wants to play. All right, so the way I organize my charms, most of my charms are on the table. This is Treble, aka Treble Monster. But I have everything really organized. I have all of my retired stuff in one tray, so I know exactly what's there, and I go through that maybe once a month just to check it, to maybe post any specials for my customers. Hey, there's some collectible items. So I know you're not really gonna be able to see that, but I have them organized just in one tray because I really want this to be simple for me. I don't want there to be a lot of it. I think I'm still on Periscope. Can someone give me a heart or a comment just to let me know that I'm still broadcasting? Okay, sweet. I've never gotten a phone call while I was Periscoping. Do I organize it in any way or theme? For the most part, I actually kind of do. For the retired ones, I try to as best as I can, depending on what I have. I really don't have a lot of duplicates of those. I really do try to carry one of every charm at all times. That doesn't always happen. We know our product line is so extensive. If you're a new designer, don't feel like you ever have to do that. It's just something that I do because I do a lot of events. But I do have them kind of organized, like my right corner here, I have food. So I have cherries and strawberries and the cupcakes and things like that. So I kind of organize them in a way that makes sense for me. So if someone says, do you have a seahorse? I try to go to like the beachy themed square. So I hope that helps. So I try to organize them as best as I can. Sometimes it doesn't work out because with the retired stuff, it's so hit or miss with what retires. No, not the chocolate strawberry. It's just the regular one. Strawberry. Then I have all of my birthstones and letters and numbers. Those are all in one tray at all times. All of my extras, everything's there. So I keep that all together. So that's just literally one tray. I do keep the little insert over the top of those, just so I have that. So that's 2 trays. I'm going to get up because I don't have them all. There's so much stuff in here. Whee! Okay, so then I have all of my regular charms, not my extras. So this is what I would take to a jewelry bar because I don't want to have a million charms to take to a jewelry bar. Because if you do a jewelry bar and you have a million things out there, your guests are going to play with everything for hours, or they're going to be overwhelmed because there's too much stuff. So don't put too much stuff out on the table. So sometimes I'll even take this tray. So this is literally our takeout menu right here, one tray. Sometimes I'll even take out maybe 30 to 40 charms and take just those to a jewelry bar, especially if I know there's going to be a lot of people, and that can be a little bit more difficult to manage when you've got stuff going everywhere. So sometimes I'll do that. This makes it really easy for me to inventory because I have these by category and in the order of the takeout menu. So when you start in your takeout menu, you start, I don't have a takeout menu in front of me, but I believe the first category outside of birthstones and everything is your animals. And we have our outdoors, the music, the beach, vintage. So I try to keep them in order. So it's really easy for me to go boom, 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 boom. What do I have? What do I think I need? If they're charms that I know I don't sell, sometimes I don't keep them on hand. But again, I keep that insert right over that so they stay flipped over nicely. I don't have the new charm cases. I know the new ones are out. I don't have those, and I don't intend to switch over only because I already have these all set up. It's silly for me to revamp, spend all that extra money on that again. So that's pretty much what I have as far as the cases go. I do have one tray that I don't know what to do with yet. It's got retired tags. I keep getting this like flash of green. It's crazy. It's like oh, what was it called? The green monster from Ghostbusters. I just remember Ecto coolers from the high sea things. I remember this, but I keep getting this like flash of green. It's really creepy a little bit. But so that's kind of what I take. And then what I will do is in between two of the cases, I'll put all of the faces and everything in there. I try to keep it really simple, really clean looking because I don't want a lot of clutter on the table. I do want to be able to keep track of what's on the table because if you put too much out, you're never going to know if something disappears. And we don't like to think that happens, but we've always got to prepare ourselves as responsible business owners just in case as well. So that's kind of what I've got as far as my charms go. Any extras that I've got, I don't know where they're at the moment. They're in the other room. I've only had it happen once that I know of, and so I try to be a little mindful of it. I'm generally a very trusting person, but I got to protect myself and got to protect my business too. All of my extra charms are kept from the mobile jewelry bar, those little green inserts, the little teal inserts. That's where I keep all my extras. And those are organized by category in there. So it's really easy for me to keep track of those. So that's how I keep track of my charms. My dangles right now, I don't know if this is even available anymore, so I'm not really sure what benefit it is for me to show you this. But I love it. I got this from another designer. And I just literally keep all my dangles in here. When this is not in use, I keep either a scarf over it or I get the that Glad press and seal. And I just put a sheet over it. It's fabulous. But it's really easy. I just have them kind of organized by category, my crystals, the picture frames and sparkles, pearls, all my window plates and window frames. I keep those in here. So that's really easy for me personally. I mean, you could keep them in dishes. I don't know if this is a muffin tin. I don't know. There's, oh, right on the bottom, Pair One Imports. But I know she got this a couple of years ago. Do I sell a lot of dangles? What I do is I took this advice from another designer. They mentioned that they started selling more dangles when they had them near them at the checkout. So what I do is I will keep this dish out like on my display, and if I'm at a jewelry bar or I'm at an event, I'll have a smaller dish of them near me at the checkout area because sometimes, you know, while you're filling stuff out, people start playing with things, and so it's a great way for add-on sales. It's 50% commission for the dangles, which is awesome. I keep the ones that I sell on hand. I do have some of them, like these big honkers, that I got, with one of the 3 chain dangle discount package thingies. So I have some of those. But I do really well with the crystal dangles. The Tree of Life is probably my number one. Yes, like an upsell. But my Tree of Life is my number one seller. Anything that's got sparkles or crystals on, I usually do really well with. I had stocked up on the Swarovski ones from last holiday, and I'm still selling those like hotcakes. I'm down to my last few here, so I'm really bummed about those. But I hope they come back this year. But so I keep the ones that I sell on hand. I don't keep all of the dangles on hand. It's just unrealistic to always have everything. So I know I'm showing a lot, but it really is unrealistic to have everything. When we had our first original catalog, no problem. But now, no way, Jose. We have over 700 items in our catalog. And I'm going to show you why I know that in a minute. So I hope that answers your question in like 8 million words. Okay, so I have my phone in a roll of duct tape. Not that that surprises anybody who knows me on here, so I'm hoping that this stays clear. So, the exciting part! I am so excited about this. I have no idea how loud this is on the other end. I'm so sorry if yelling and screaming scares you. All right, so actually, let me show you one more thing before I show you what I do with my inventory. In the event that I know I don't have all of the charms on my table, I made this binder. I want to clean it up just a little bit, but I was really successful with it at my last event. I'm going to hold this up. So this is just a regular binder, and I have every single charm printed out, and then I wrote underneath. I put this out on my table and let people know, you know what, I might have everything on the table. You know, I'm not 100% sure, but especially if you're unfamiliar with Origami Owl, I'd love to help you see a little bit more of what we're about and what we offer. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your favorite thing to do? And if they go, well, I really enjoy shopping and spending time with my family, I'm going to go, okay, well, I would love to show you a few charms that might fit your story. And so I might turn to the family page and show them some of these charms, and then go ahead and grab them from the dish. But it gives them the opportunity to see the entire line in a little bit of a bigger format than our takeout menu, and really quickly. I would love to give them a takeout menu at the table in addition to showing them this, but I was really successful with this, and the people really loved that they were a little bit bigger. All I did was I took the photos from the website, and I'm on a Windows operating system, and I had them all in folders by category. And what I was able to do is select all the pictures and click print. And in Microsoft, on Windows, it gives you different options. It gives you full page print, gives you half page, gives you 3x5, 4x6. Then there was another, the very last option was catalog. And it almost is like an index to what you get when you print pictures at, Walmart or Walgreens, because we all print pictures now. But it's like a little index card. And so that actually did this for me. So this isn't a file that I can necessarily share or anything like that. But I did all of those. And my husband sometimes helps me out with events. So then I also did all the lockets, because he goes, I'm so afraid to go through the takeout menu in front of a customer. And I'm like, don't be afraid of that. But if he is, he can pull this out and say, oh, these are all the classic lockets that we offer. We may have some on the table. Let me show you. What's your personal style? Do you wear a lot of silver? Do you wear a lot of gold? Well, let me show you what we have in gold. And so this really helps him, or will help him, to go through it. I mean, literally, I did everything. So I do, like I said, want to clean it up. I don't want to have these black writings on here, but I did it really quick just to see if I was successful with it or not. This would also be something really easy to use. A dry erase marker or a transparency marker would probably be better, so it doesn't just erase, for you to actually do your inventory and to just go through and say, oh, there's 2 of those, 1 of those, 0, 0, 0, whatever. So that might be something that's easy to do too. So that's my binder. So excited. Okay, so the next thing that I worked on tonight was organizing my lockets and chains. I have been through so many systems. I have used craft storage things. I have used in a pickle bags. I have used, oh my gosh, I've used so many different things. And it's been so hard. I have a giant toolbox that I'm going to show you here that I love, but I just found something a little bit more efficient, kind of at a... with inspiration from another designer. I don't want to say this was entirely my idea, but normally I have all my extra lockets. I'm going to see if I can carry this around, in this toolbox, which I love. I really do. I got this at Home Depot. I think it was $25 or something like that. It has lots of compartments, and I mean, you can still see I have some jewelry in there, and I have labeled everything. So that's how I kept track of it all. I kept all my chains up here. I kept all my lockets here. The only problem with this is that it's heavy, it's bulky, and as many of you know, when we do events, we don't always have a whole ton of room. A 5-foot table goes really fast, and you want to be able to access things quickly, efficiently for your customers, and be able to know right off the top of your head what you have on hand. And so I introduced to you this fabulous binder. So this is, I'm going to show you that, like, it's not just a zip up binder, and I'm going to show you why. So this is a 5-star binder I got at Target. This was $20. Jaw drop. Oh, $20 for a binder. Yes. But let me show you a little bit why I was okay spending that. So if you can see this, this has 1 compartment, 2 compartments, 3 zippered compartments. How stoked was I at Target? I wanted to do a happy dance. I think I wanted to do a happy dance. I did a happy dance in my head. So what I did is on the very inside, it's just got this little zippered pocket. I threw in some notepads that I used, an extra eternity locket that I did. Now, this is where the magic is. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to zip that middle part up because I don't need it open right now. And I love that it's purple and kind of tealy, so it's kind of O2 colors. All right. First up, chains. Now I could put this on a table really easily and just leave it unzippered. Okay, everybody do that. Remember Chrissy did that? So I'm going to open it and everyone needs to sing. Ready? 1, 2. One more time. Ready? 1, 2. Just joking, I faked you out. All right, so I had also stopped at Walmart and grabbed, these are just baseball card inserts. And what I did is I did them by color. So pink is all my gold stuff. The gray one's all my silver stuff. Blue is rose gold. And then I still have it labeled like black and miscellaneous stuff. So I just kind of started. I still have some other stuff that I keep out on my table that I want to move in here. So easy. I just did them by length. I started with the shorter ones. I even popped the price on here. So yes, if my husband's helping me, I love him dearly, but he does not know the products as well as I do. And that's okay. That's not his job. He's my behind the scenes guy, does my spreadsheets, all that jazz. But if he's helping me, he needs to be able to right away find the price, find what he needs for the customer, and needs to know if I have it on hand. So you can go right in here. If he's looking for gold, he can do this. Oh, let me show you what we have on hand. Let me show you what we can work with for you. And then, like I said, I have my silver ones in here. And I literally just put the color at the top, the length, a brief description, and then the price. Because sometimes, I know we've changed things so much in the last couple months, it can be a little difficult sometimes to remember the pricings. So I did that. So I did all the chains there, and then I just left some extra sheets there. I literally used 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets. Right now, I'm only putting 1, maybe 2 chains if I can fit them in a pocket. The only thing about this, doing it this way, is unless you seal the top somehow, if you put like maybe a piece of washi tape or duct tape. Don't use duct tape because it'll stick too much. Just something at the top to keep that sealed. They do open up a little bit, but as long as the binder stays a little bit upright or flat on a table, you're not going to have any problems. So, take a guess on what's in the back side. So excited about this. Does anybody want to guess? Anybody? So if it was chains in the front, something cool could be in the back. No guesses? That's okay. I have my lockets in the back, and I did the same thing by color with my little stickies. I put all my silver classic lockets here, my gold ones, my rose gold, black and chocolate if I had any of those, and then I did my faces and bases. And then I have some other ones I still need to move in here. I'm going to put some foamy fingers in here just to keep them so they don't go ting, 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 and clank, clank, clank. So I will do that. But the most awesome thing about this is that I can carry a fairly significant inventory, especially for my holiday shows coming up. I do really well with the holidays, and so I do keep a little bit more on hand than I normally do, just for those extra gifts. And literally, it's just my binder, and this, stop licking my toes. My dog is licking my toes. So literally that will just go in there. So I went from this big old honking toolbox. I went from this to this. Way easier. So for me, I think after 3 years, I think this is going to be the way I'm going. It's really easy. I mean, I can still keep boxes and things like that on hand, but it's going to be faster for me, so I'm not going through the packaging and all of that as well. The last thing I want is when a customer is at my table and I'm helping them is to be dealing with the packaging and to be slowing down their order, because I know when you're at an event or you have, kids with you, you want to be able to shop, you want to be able to get what you need, but you want to do it efficiently and you want to do it quickly. And so I really want to make sure I am serving my customers to the best of my ability, and I think this will allow me to do that. Will it let me do that, Trouble? Yeah, do you think so? Do you like the binder? Yes. Oh, Trouble likes the binder. All right. So I got that. The next thing that I'm playing with come on, buddy. I'm almost done. Is I use Square for my credit card transactions, and I also use Square for cash transactions. Reason being is this helps me keep track of everything for my taxes. I'm not a tax person, but technically, even if you sell cash and carry, make and take, whatever you want to call it, you're supposed to be reporting that as other income. What you do is your business. I'm not a tax person. I won't come after you. But I love being able to do this. Let me see if I can pull one up here. Nope. I'm not an Apple person. I'm not going to get any hearts for that. But I love that I can go in here, key in an amount. No, you're not going to be able to see that. Okay. But right on the charge button, I don't know. Okay, kind of. There we go. It allows me to do cash amounts up here. And so that's how I keep track of my sales at events. So I do have my receipts. I do give a receipt with every order, but it's instead of sitting there going through your order forms and it looks really obvious at an event that you're totaling up your sales during an event, this makes it way easier for me because I can just pull up what I've done. I've got it all keyed in here. The new thing that there was that green thing again. That's creepy. Okay, the new thing I'm playing with is I have gone through the entire Origami Owl takeout menu, our entire line, and I have entered them into the catalog in Square. So in my own personal account, I've entered all this in. That's how I know that we have over 700 items, because I entered over 700 items in there. So just to show you, I'm not sure how many use this for inventory tracking purposes, because you can use this for inventory, which is really awesome. I've just got to figure out that a little bit more. But if you can see there, you can see that I've uploaded the item number. I have uploaded the photos, and so that took me a really long time. But since I already had the photos for the binder that I showed you, since I already had the photos for that, it really was easy just to import them in here. And so now if someone, let's say they order a pumpkin or a haunted house, do you see how that just puts that right in there? And I can just go tap, 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 tap. Look, they're going crazy for Halloween. Woohoo! Racking up them bank signs. $120 worth of bank signs. And so that's really easy there too. Oh my goodness. They're nuts. Or, let's see if I can do this okay. Let's just say, I did a lot of keywords too. If I key in the word locket, all the lockets that I put in, those come up too. So especially if I have someone helping me at an event, this is going to help me track my best sellers. Because Square is really awesome. It sends a report at the end of your sales day, or you get it the next morning, with a breakdown of your sales and with your top 10 items. I've used this with my duct tape business, and it's fabulous. It's really awesome to know, okay, at this event, I sold 30 of this and 10 of this. So if you do that event again, you can really quickly pull up that report, save that report in your email, and then go back and reference and know, okay, for next year, this is what I need. So I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to use this for my inventory or if I'm only going to use this to track kind of like salesy kind of things. So I'm still playing with that a little bit. And like I said, I'm not an iPhone person, so there's been a little bit of a learning curve just there's no back button, and that really drives me nuts. And so I hope this was helpful. If anybody has any questions, I'm going to kind of keep an eye on the screen here. But that's kind of what I'm doing for my inventory. I'm super excited for the binder to take tomorrow. The other thing that I have, I'm going to turn just a little bit. Whee! Yeah, it's a little crazy up in here. I have a wagon. And right now it's stocked with stuff for my duct taping stuff. But hands down, that is probably the #1 best thing that I have bought for my business. It's a little hard to swallow that initial price tag. I think at Sam's Club they're $59 if you have a membership, a little bit more if you don't. Dick's Sporting Goods has had them. They were like $70. Amazon has them, I think, for $75. So it's a little tough to swallow the price tag for it, but it is worth its weight in gold. I can walk into an event with one trip and all the other vendors go. You just walk by smiling and waving. So it's fabulous because you can just pop everything in there. I have a big enough car where I just literally take the entire wagon, put it up in my car, and everything's ready to go. So I actually shouldn't be doing this Periscope right now. I should be packing for an event tomorrow morning that I leave for at 6:45 a.m. I always do the things that I don't need to do. But if you have any questions, you can pop them down in the chat and I'll answer them now. Or you can send me an email, especially if you're watching the replay. Thank you so much for watching the replay if you are. But you can send me an email. It's mylifeisahoot@gmail.com. Because my life is a hoot. Oh my gosh, this is Mozart. Holy buckets. Sorry, I'm trying to smell his breath. He just had his teeth done, like I said, and part of it we were hoping fixes his breath. So this is my baby. He was so sad yesterday. It made my heart so sad. So I'm so glad he's all cuddly today. And he's a monster. Treble ate a rabbit yesterday. Shame, shame. Did you eat a bunny? Did you eat a bunny? Yes, you did. Bad Treble. Okay. So, like I said, if you have any questions, whoops. Oh, I'm missing stuff. Poop. Sorry. It popped it down there. So, Maria, if you asked any questions, I'm so sorry. My duct tape roll is covering up the corner. I thought they'd pop up a little higher than that. I guess not. I just thought nobody was talking to me. So, I'm going to move up just a little bit. Do I have a different roll of duct tape? You know, oh my goodness. Boop, boop, boop. Let me see if I've just got a different roll real quick because it's popping down there. The duct tape lady has no duct tape. Ha ha ha. Doo, doo, doo. This one matches my dress. Oh, that's better. Now I can see. Sorry about that. But like I said, if you have any questions, I'm here. Or just send me an email and I'll help with that. Or I can take pictures of anything. I do plan on possibly posting this to my YouTube channel, so even if you can't watch the replay on Periscope, you can possibly watch it on YouTube, which is always a little weird because when I'm talking to people and answering questions, you can't see that on YouTube, so it's always a little bit weird there. Treble just wants to play, so I think I'm going to go play with him. Hope this video was helpful. If you got any questions, again, email me, mylifeisahoot@gmail.com. Would it be a good idea to set up a medium locket and charms and sell? I'm not sure what you mean. Set up a medium. I wish that stayed up a little bit longer so I could process. I just want to do a quick sale. I'm not sure. Are you talking about on Square, Maria? Or are you talking about like in the binder? Or are you talking about... if you can clarify that for me, I'll help answer that. In my wagon right now, there's a lot of crazy stuff. It's not Origami Owl. Like at work or a display. So like a temporary display, just something that you'd want to just show people quickly kind of thing. Is that what you're talking about? Treble. I will show you my wagon in just a second. What I would do is if it was just like a quick like pop-up jewelry bar, is that, I think that might be what you're thinking because the pricing is simple. So just be able to like put like all the same product and say, here's this medium locket, here's this charm, here's this chain, here's the price kind of thing. I have done that. I've been successful, especially where there's events with guys. Ladies, we love to dig, not all ladies, but most ladies like to dig through things and put things together and everything. Guys generally just want, show me this, what is the final price? So especially at Valentine's Day events, I've been really successful with stuff like that where I've just had a bracelet all put together and I say, I'll help you pick 3 charms or, you know, something like that to streamline it. So especially for little things like that, very helpful to simplify, because we do have a lot of items, and especially for those people that it can become really overwhelming for them. We love playing with this stuff, but for people who aren't familiar or just want something simple, it can be very overwhelming for the consumer. I do agree with you there, Maria. And so that does help break it down. A lot of times photo books, having some ideas just in a quick photo book is very helpful. So you can do that too. Just have a couple of ideas in there. So I've been successful with that, especially when you don't have a lot of room on a table. That's helpful too. So in my wagon right now, I have a lot of random stuff. So I just had, I work with an organization called Hope for Heather. I actually need to wash this dress because I'm wearing it again tomorrow. But it's an ovarian cancer awareness organization. They are phenomenal national advocates for education, for awareness, for patient support, and for, ladies who are diagnosed with ovarian cancer. They're very supportive of every diagnosis, whether it's ovarian cancer, breast cancer, whatever it is. It all sucks. And so they are amazing. And so I just came off of an event with them last weekend with duct tape, and I'm actually headed to another event with them tomorrow with Origami Owl. So I'm still set up for duct tape right now. But let's see if I can pull this back so you can actually get like a good idea of what's in here. Can I flip this? I think I can flip this. Let me see if I can flip this. Woohoo! So right now, I've just got all sorts of little duct tapey things in here. I've got a shirt that I bought. My shelf that will actually end up staying in here. I've got all of my wallets and bags and everything underneath. But what I will do for tomorrow, what you see here, the dangle thing, that will go in the wagon. The binder will go in the wagon. Don't look at the mess. My bus that I have, so I actually keep usually a little display set up in my office. That will go into my wagon. That will go in my wagon. These will go in my wagon. He will not go in my wagon. But the wagon is really awesome. It fits a lot of stuff, and it folds up. So if you don't want to keep it full all the time, you can go ahead and just fold that up. So I think it was Mindy that had requested to see that. A lot of times I'll actually even stack it just a little bit higher than that too. So it doesn't stay even with the top, but I can fit a lot of stuff in there. So I hope that helps. It's called a Mac wagon. And so, like I said, you can find it on the Sam's Club website. Sam's Club website has a lot of different colors. They have black and blue and red and purple and green, and I want to say there was a camo one, but there's lots of different colors. I have a pink one. I don't think pink is on there, but pink might be on Amazon. So that's what I've got there. So like I said, best business investment that I have made. But this guy, he's going, oh, he's like, just throw the toy, Mom, and I will catch it. So that's exciting. So I know it's been a while since I've done a Periscope. I know it's just a little bit long. I appreciate those of you who stayed on, those of you that are watching the rebroadcast. Yes, the rebroadcast. If you like what you see, any tips that helped you, make sure double tap, give some hearts there, give some love to let me know that you liked this content. Otherwise, I hope you have an absolutely fabulous weekend. It's going to be gorgeous in upstate New York, so I hope it's going to be nice wherever you are at. If it's not, I'm sorry. Have some hot chocolate and watch some Netflix. But otherwise, have a great Friday, and thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the luck tomorrow. But I will see you all later on the next Periscope. Bye. Stop. I'm trying. It doesn't want us to stop. It just wants to broadcast forever.